Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans, boys and girls, welcome back to Map 2 of Beginners versus Gunning on Empty! How did we get here? I don't know. The famed Australian up-and-coming starter teamy guys against the current reigning world champions and European League masters. So let's see how this one plays out. We're probably going to see a really cool-looking defense from the guys on Gunning on Empty, and I want to see how Beginners want to break the defensive line and attack these guys and take them down. It's clear to see from the comms that Gunning on Empty, kind of a little less organized, probably kind of trying to find their feet, say, oh, let's go here, you go there. You know, you should kind of, a good team has this well thought out in advance. It looks like Beginners are kind of pushing up this east side here. Looking to probably see if they can open a window on the guys in Gunning on Empty. Let's take a quick look, see at Gunning on Empty's defensive positions, and oh, let's actually pop over here to this far east defender, Muffin. Again, Muffin, the mainstay of Gunning on Empty. Just able to put out so much pressure. And he's already relocating. Is he going to get tagged? Probably not. This relocation is spot on. Perfect. Really great play out for Muffin. Putting out some damage. Not finding his target, but relocating once the shots have been made. And that's the main thing for Muffin. He just wants to cause some trouble, relocate. Guerrilla warfare tactics. That's the stuff that's really interesting. Peasley putting out some shots over here. Trying to see if he can tag anybody. Beardsteak's just freaking out. He's like, stop shooting at me! But you know what? Peasley doesn't care. Peasley just wants to kill. Meanwhile, Muffin chilling up here like a villain. Weighing up his options. Beardsteak's still hanging on that blue room. Beardsteak's probably going to get pressed up by someone along this main street here. Meanwhile, 3 members of Beginners pressing down through this eastern block over here. And there's no one to really contest that. They've got clear run right up here, but Muffin is probably going to occasionally just check that crossing point there, and he has a clear line of sight. They won't expect that. He'll get at least one of them before he has to relocate and possibly change positions. We got Killinger and Sickness, or Sinkas, depending on what way you like to pronounce it. Meanwhile, Peasley still holding this angle, still looking to see if he can catch someone slightly off guard. Oh, Muffin putting some shots out. Doesn't find a target, but again, he's letting them know, hey, I'm still here. You're going to have to deal with me if you want to get close to my boys over the objective. Oh, Muffin, what is Muffin doing? He's making a really risky play. He frags out over, and it goes too far. It doesn't get Peasley, but Peasley's deaf now. But I think he heard him already, and Muffin corners around. Pre-fire from Muffin takes him down. Amazing play. Wow. Peasley, like, Muffin does not play around, ladies and gentlemen. He is a balls-out player. Beginners now feeling the pinch from both sides. They're sending Sickness back to look for Muffin. Muffin getting tagged by Sickness. Unfortunate for Muffin, not really realizing there was 3 guys in that block there. Exposed himself to the rear. Gets double tapped and taken down. But you know what? Still really awesome play. That's what we're here for, folks. We're here for the awesome plays. I suspect we're going to see a solid push up this way. They already got Dr. Killinger hugging this wall here, looking for anybody holding this block, which he's not going to find anybody. Woods hiding in a corner. Moving up. This is going to be interesting as he gets behind a bollard over here. Gives himself a little bit of cover, a little bit of line of sight. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. We're going to see Dr. Killinger moving up. We are, followed by Sinkus. Good team unit cohesion here. And yeah. Sinkus dropping back. Meanwhile, on the defense, the defensive spread's a bit spread at the moment. There's definitely a window. There's definitely an exposure to the south side of the map that Beginners can take advantage of, and they can push in this way right here, or they could also loop around. They could do a simultaneous looping attack, pincering both sides. But Gunning on Empty are relatively okay to defend against that, and they've got one guy ready to rotate back around. It looks like they've already killed the guy who was going left there. So Beginners are committed to this one direction of attack.
Oh, and
it looks like we're about to see some challenge coming out from beginners over here. Smoke coming out. Arno having a bit of a fight. Arno gets tagged by Sinkus across the street, and shots coming out. And here comes the attack, and oh, there goes down another. And Gunning and Empty are dropping like flies. Sinkus, iPad out, going straight for the cap, not waiting around. But Beersteak's all over that. Beersteak now the sole survivor. And Killnger coming around. Oh, Beersteak takes down Killnger too, and Woods coming in behind him. Woods tags him, and that's 1 round for beginners. But amazing play from beginners. But also, you know what? Props to Gunning and Empty for stopping that cap. That was impressive. But I love how beginners, they went all in at one time. Really awesome stuff.
Viper.
Yes? Someone calling me?
The
yes?
stream has stopped. I don't know if you're aware of it, but the stream stopped for a while. I don't know whether it's on your end or whether it's Twitch.
I am aware. I have delayed it a little bit more. I just wanted to increase the delay length. But it's
okay.
yeah, no, it'll be live in a couple of seconds. It is definitely
Sure,
going.
it's been
Yep.
off for a while. Okay, it's back. Okay, all right then.
You silly boy.
Okay.
Hey, do you want to hop in? Do you want to cast
later.
this with me?
I wish I could. It's my birthday and I have to go and do birthday.
It's your
testing.
birthday? It was Lorenda's birthday, like yesterday. That's so odd.
Okay.
That's so
All right,
weird,
well,
isn't it? Okay, well, anyway, listen.
Yeah.
Go on, get out of
Now we
here.
know.
Get out of here, you fool.
See you
Happy
bye.
birthday. Happy birthday.
Bye.
Oh, classic Radar. Everybody wish Radar a happy birthday, please. Everyone spam the Discord. It'll annoy the heck out of him. I think that's necessary. Anyway, moving into round 2, map 2, beginners versus Gunning on Empty. We've got the Gunning on Empty team making that solid Western press, with one member of the team taking the middle approach, taking the path less traveled. Muffin. Muffin is a bit of an operator. He likes to operate by himself and make crazy plays, but you know what? Sometimes it pays off, and that can make a hella difference for the boys on Gunning on Empty. Let's just give silence a moment to permeate the channel a little bit. Because you know what, there's a lot of stuff happening, there's a lot to take in. Great defensive layout from beginners again. 2 rear guard, 3 front guard. Good stuff. You got the north covered, you got the mid street covered, you got the south side covered. Classic stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see how Gunning on Empty managed to penetrate the beginner's defensive line. If they can indeed at all do it. I'm going to put a little camera right here. Shots coming out. Not finding target. Dr. Killinger. Feeling the squeeze. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Hard to say. Alright. Looks like Gunning on Empty. Pressing up to these central apartments here. Taking their time. Checking their corners. Looks like they may come toe-to-toe with Kenzai soon enough as they start to gain more and more ground. Meanwhile, this North Street is covered. And it looks like Lord Beardsteak may run into some trouble here if he does try to press up by himself solo without any support whatsoever. Because if you watch over here, Peasley ain't taking no prisoners. He is in position, he's in tight, and he wants to give someone the good news. The question is that going to be you? Minchin pressing right up towards the objective here. Looks like there's a good attacking defensive line, or attacking line coming out from the Gunning on Empty team. And Dr. Kenzai checking his iPad. Dr. Kenzai. Dr. Killender checking his iPad. Kenzai checking his iPad. Everybody just checking their maps. They hear gunfire. They check to see, hey, has anybody gone down? What's our situation here? Beardsteak pressing up. Is he going to find Peasley? Is Peasley going to find him? Peasley does see him. Shots coming out. And Beardsteak does not go down. Beardsteak makes it, taking a wound. Beardsteak, and the trade is real. That is impressive stuff from Beardsteak to make it that far and trade. Wow.
God damn it.
Sinkus dropping the goddammits. It looks like, oh yes, that is right. Woods did tag a member. Tagged Muffin as he tried to sneak up through there, leaving just 3 members of Gunning on Empty. And if you'll notice right here, really cool stuff coming out, that Woods rotates around to cover off Peasley's position to make sure that Peasley, you know, if he went down, he gets the refrag. Good stuff coming out from Woods there. And Arno coming around the corner. He's made a lot of noise though. People are looking for him. Oh, shots coming out and he's going to get tagged in the back, and there it is. I don't think that cost Sinkus really anything to take a couple of shots there. Arno, unfortunately for him, just if that was a coordinated attack, he may have had more success. Looks like someone Tangled coming in that north alley there. He's been spotted by Woods, no doubt. And Minchin coming in over here. Minchin gets tagged by Kenzai, and so does, and that is it for Gunny on empty. I think Woods just says it all right here. Throwing his hands up in the air like he just don't care. Great round from both teams there. Really cool stuff. So as we saw there, really tight defense, really great rotations there from beginners. Gunny on empty showing some promise with the way they pressed up. Beardsteak showing some good promise the way he was able to get right up in Peasley's face and take the kill. But unfortunately, that was really it for Gunny on empty. They weren't really able to find much else. They were really, they weren't watching that, you know, sort of that tank area sufficiently when Muffin was pushing up. They didn't coordinate their press into Citizen. So yeah, beginners were able to just really hold fast. There wasn't too much pressure on them. They were able to just sort of focus on particular areas of attack one by one. So let's move into the next round, folks. Let's see what both teams have got in store for us now. There we go. All right, moving into round 3, map 2, beginners versus gunning on empty. And in this round, we have gunning on empty on defense. We got beginners on offense, and let's just see how gunning on empty set themselves up for the offense here. We can see beginners already making a 1-1-3 split. Really interesting play. Really holding that main street, looking to see if anybody crosses, because that could really throw a spanner in the works for any attacking team. We have seen it in the past where a team manages to smoke this road, get across into the southern power block there, and that can just absolutely shatter a team's offense. So yeah, let's find out what is happening, folks, as the teams start to press up and make their plays. Looks like Tangled in a defensive spot right here in the bar on the objective. Muffin watching that north street. Again, I always think it's a good litmus test for how Gunning out you're going to do when you can judge by how Muffin's doing. Long shots coming out there. Muffin taking some damage. He has been winged, as he said. Let's take a quick look at the offensive guys over there. Who tagged him? I believe it was... No, it wasn't Woods. Was it Kenzai? No, it wasn't Kenzai. It was Peasley. Peasley, the operator of the North Street. Tags someone, rotates around. Hey, we know where he is. Let's forget about him. They think we're coming north. Let's drop down to where Woods is at on the south side and put some pressure on our opponents. Woods just gonna hold the angle there in that window. Gonna see if he can catch himself a unsuspecting member of Gunning on empty. Meanwhile, back on the defensive line, Lord Beardsteak, solely responsible for holding this, is now going to be put up against 3 members of beginners, and his rotation options aren't great. I suppose he can fall back behind here, but I mean after that he can't get the hell out of here. If he's stuck, he's going to get fragged if they get any kind of distance on him.
Get out the window, you boys. Get out the window.
It's planning time for beginners as they just chill out at the back of the map here and say, hey, let's do this, let's do that.
I haven't seen fucking thing over here.
And yeah, so they decide not to go up that way because they cannot identify the defensive positions, which is, you know what, that is a good call. That is a really good call. God damn. Sometimes the control doesn't work in these cameras. It's a little bit frustrating. And let's zip over here to the central apartments, because this may be an interesting one. As we see, the central apartments could get challenged. And yeah. If we take a quick skip over here to the south apartment block, I think we're going to find the beginners. Just again, just moving around the map, staying fluid.
I feel good today.
Syncus feels good today. That's really good. Syncus feels good. He feels, that's the main thing for beginners. Once Syncus feels good, it's like having a foot that swells when a storm's coming, but it's the opposite. When Syncus feels good, you know there's going to be a win. So let's take a quick look. See Woods holding a tight angle here. All right, hold on a sec. Let's take a quick look here at. Let's take a quick hop into Woods' perspective, as Woods is a sharpshooter of sorts. If he's going to catch anybody, it's going to be done. It looks like he's getting a frag ready. Where's the smoke? Syncus, a little bit chesty today.
Ignore him.
Don't ignore me. Wait, what? Oh, and it looks like we're going to have a confrontation over here at the central apartments. Dr. Killinger possibly going to go head-to-head with Minchin. Does Minchin hear him? He might do. Dr. Killinger, does Dr. Killinger even have to go up there? I don't feel like he does. Minchin's moving around. Oh, Minchin, he knows you're there now. Dr. Killinger just biding his time. Meanwhile, we got beginners crossing the street. Dr. Killinger runs straight up and tags Minchin, not wasting any time. Meanwhile, beginners now pressing in towards that central block over here. Arno standing in their way, with Tangled across the street also watching. Beardsteak in reserve. And looks like Sinkus is getting ready to toss a... Is he going to toss a frag? He's trying to toss a smoke. Here it comes. Oh, and it bounces off the wall. Failed smoke from Sickness, kind of. Or maybe he's that good and it was all planned. I don't know. You don't know with beginners. They're just that many levels ahead of everyone else. Woods now repositioning, deciding, there's nothing for me to see here. I'm out. The beginners press up now towards the objective. Arno possibly about to go head-to-head with Killinger. Does he see him? He sees him. Shots coming out. Oh, the gunfire being traded is real. But Killinger does go down. Sickness meanwhile crossing the street also gets tagged. Woods coming around the corner, facing off Beardsteak. Tags Beardsteak. And Peasley, meanwhile, possibly going head-to-head with Arno now. Muffin trading against Woods over here. Tangled also in a position to say, hey, don't screw with us. Frag going far too wide. Muffin now knows where he is. Muffin tags Woods. Muffin tags Woods. There it is. That took way too long. I was announcing it before it even happened. But it was bound to happen. Anyway, Gunny on Empty. Take the defense round against offense on one of the beginner's best maps, Bazaar. Really good round there. Hope this casting is okay, guys. As we move into the transition phase, where I transition with things. And set up some more cameras on the defensive team. So yeah, what do you guys think of that one? I thought that was a really cool round. Really great place to come out from both teams. And I'm excited to see what the teams have on offer next. So let's see. This is beginners on defense with the central apartments. Let's transition now to the transition and into gameplay mode. So beginners are on defense at the central apartments with Gunny on Empty starting on the southwest side of the map over here. Looks like Gunny on Empty are going for a 3-2 split. Beginners taking 2 in the central bazaar and having a strong left side defense position. Interesting. They've committed nothing to the right side over here. Very interesting indeed.
Get your legs in there.
Woods looking to get funky with some leg action. And I think we're going to see most of the action happen on the left side here. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Beginners positioning and the spawning. And I guess it just happens, it's just circumstance of coincidence that Gunny Empty have to be pressing up this way and there's just that kind of defensive layout. It's fascinating. Kenzai in the back garden here. Peasley up top. Peasley putting out some shots. I think he sees somebody. Let's get in on Peasley's side of the action. Let's take a look. We got Arno over here in the southern apartments. Arno considering what is love, what is life. Can I kill somebody and steal their wife? Alright, let's take a look here over at Gunny on Empty as they start to press up towards the beginners. They're right on top of each other almost. Tangled and Killinger. They can smell each other. The tension is palpable. But Killinger, no fool, not going to expose himself to that gap. It's really has to be quiet time for the guys on Gunny on Empty right now, and you can see Minchin crawling up there on the north side. Let's get a quick skip over to Minchin over here and see how things are going for him. Interesting approach from Minchin. Really interesting. So this could put him right about here within stone's throw of the back garden. And Tangled. Just considering, how am I going to do this? So I gotta say, for Tangled, that is not an easy proposition right there. He's really just hoping Killinger is going to give him a good line of sight on his butt. Minchin hanging up here on the north side. Meanwhile, he's going to have to deal with Kenzai over here. Peasley also looking for a shot on Arno. Arno's not too worried, though. Arno's thinking, you know what, I could chill here for a while. My guys ain't under too much pressure. Minchin now kind of starting to get a bit more pushy. Gonna try and look for an angle. Peasy could tag him quite easily if he pops that window in. Shots coming out. And oh, looks like Peasy just got an angle. Yes, he did. Through that little gap window right up there, he got an angle on Muffin, and he goes down. Lord Beardstick now pressing in. Killinger about to round the corner and take him down. Killinger rounds the corner, takes him down. Minchin now knows where Killinger is. Oh! Killinger also tags Minchin. And that's 3 down. That is the primary offensive side of Gunning on Empty is smashed by Beginner's defense. And now we can see 2 remaining members of Gunning on Empty pressing up that west side of the dart. Again, very west side centric attack, which is not paying off against Beginner's west side centric defense. But oh, hold on a second. It does look like Woods was tagged. So this isn't a total. And also Peasley. Wow, this is no someone else on the objective. So you know what? This is working out okay. Hold on a second. A frag comes out. Didn't find a target, but that's because of the reposition now from Muffin. I gotta say, impressive stuff. Sink is now for a shot. Frag not finding his target. Muffin looking to see if he can tag Sinkus. Sinkus looking to even tag Muffin. Muffin's thinking, I've shot some shots. I need to reposition. Arno coming up on Killinger. Is Killinger gonna find Arno? Is Arno gonna find Killinger? Time will tell, but I'm on the edge of my seat here, guys. Edge of my seat. Arno come around the corner. He tags Killinger in an epic turnaround. Beginners are now going to panic a little bit. It's a 2 versus 2. 50-50. Sink is not looking anymore. Muffin creepy crawling right up the bazaar there. 1 minute 40 on the clock. He's got the time. And Arno looking to go in the back door. Naughty boy. I hope he has permission. Is Peasy gonna deny? Let's find out. Oh no! Arno gets the shot on Peasy, leaving just 1 member of Beginners left on defense. That's Sinkus. Sinkus watching the objective like a hawk, but he's pincered right now. He's made noise. Muffin must hear him. Muffin's probably gonna stand up any second now to keep an eye on him. Shots coming out. Arno goes down to Sinkus. That leaves just Sinkus and Muffin. But Muffin's got his iPad out, which means Sinkus is gonna hear him. This is really interesting. This is tense, guys. Tense right here. And Sinkus hears him. Muffin hears Sinkus. Shots coming out. He's rushed. He's rushed. No! Sinkus wins the trade. Muffin takes him down. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, that was intense. My goodness, that was a really close one. Wow. Wow. Awesome stuff. If you weren't on the edge of your seats, folks, you should have been, because that was edge of your seat stuff. Really great plays coming out from both teams there. Wow. Arno and Muffin really were bringing it as the attackers there. Really bringing it. Really, you know, putting on a good show. Almost taking Beginners. It came down to anything there. If I'm just saying, if Muffin didn't have his iPad out, there was a window there he could have taken Sinkus down. Because Sinkus wouldn't have known he was there. As soon as Sinkus heard the iPad, or heard weapon being picked up, he knew to look that way. Was putting pressure on him. And Arno, I think, was on single fire or something, so he wasn't able to get enough shots off. Because I would have been spraying the top of the right there. But you know what? Unlucky and lucky at the same time. Amazing game. So close down to the wire. That is what you want to see, guys. That is absolutely what you want to see. So, let's take it away as we move into the next round. We're still waiting on everybody, but let's take a quick look at the scores, shall we? Let's take a quick look at the scores. So it looks like we've got a nice, well, got a lot of kills on Killinger. He was able to pick up 3 kills in the last round. Woods also very good player, very strong repositioning and aggressive plays, very great map sense. You can see 5 kills on him, which clearly shows he's got the skill. Sinkus also, again, being the MVP of last round, managed to just barely hold the defense. It's got 4 kills on him. Meanwhile, if you look at Volk, Arno rocking 7 and 4. Impressive as hell. So, let's move on to the next round. Beginners on offense, Gunning on defense. Will we see another repeat of the first round of this objective? Or are we gonna see Gunning on Empty turn it around? Are we gonna see them take this round, bring it back to 3-2, and then if they cap a point, that is game. But you know, it's gonna come down to how flexible and how flexible the Gunning on Empty team are. When you do an objective for the second time, that's when you see how good a team is. Because it's going to show you that a team is capable of having different positions, repositioning, being flexible, understanding the offensive route you took last time and preparing for it. All that stuff right there. So again, this is going to be fascinating to see. I think most of the focus is going to be on beginner's offense. If we look again, we do see that there is nobody covering that east side. Shots coming out from Woods, so it's a similar approach to last time for beginners. The defensive semicircle coming out from Gunning on Empty, kind of not in the right way, but you can see already a member of Gunning on Empty knows shots are coming from the west side of the map. He's already rotating around. So that is pretty impressive actually. That's good play coming out there. And again, you see, look immediately from those simple shots fired, the way Gunning on Empty have adapted to that noise. They're repositioning. We got a wide flank over here. Someone says, all right, we need a Hail Mary. We got to pull this back. And we got a guy down in the south there positioning for the offense. So again, really interesting stuff. Really, really cool. I'm actually very, very interested to see how this plays out for Gunning on Empty. I may even, you know what? I don't do this, but I'll put down some cameras. I'm going to do that for you guys. I want to see how this plays out. So let's take a look. We got Tangle down here. The Tangled man himself. Playing a cheeky little spot right there. And we also have Muffin over here on the far west side. Just pop back to the objective now. Very, very interesting setup. Let's take a look at beginners. So we got a similar approach to the last time. We got 3 guys on this west side, or on this east side here, looking to push up, taking their time. Again, and that's that classic playstyle of beginners. They're slow, methodical, they check everything, and if you make a mistake, you are getting punished. It is that high level of play that you have to be up there with to take on the beginners. And to be fair to Gunning on Empty, they've taken a good few points in this game so far. I'm impressed. Cheers to Gunning on Empty. I really like what's coming out of Australia these days. Different play style, really innovative, different. You know, you see very aggressive plays coming out from Muffin, but you know what? He's got the game sense to back it, and I like that. Muffin just chilling over here on the far west side of the map. Meanwhile, covering the south and the east approach, it's Tangled. Chilling back here on the objective, Lord Beardstake with Arno, the sharpshooter of the team. 7 kills. As you see, 7 kills to 4 deaths. Kicking absolute mayhem out of people. And as opposed to the last time where we saw a strong south push, beginners are pressing up the main street here, putting some fire out on poor old Beardstake. He's like, poor Beardstake, please stop shooting at Beardstake. I wonder if Beardstake ever asks, why do I get the position that gets shot at so much? Anyway. But no, it's a feint actually, where we thought beginners were going to take a main street approach, they're feinting south. But you know what? That's the thing about when you take this tank block, or this block right here, we refer to as tank block sometimes, you can rotate between those streets very easily. So if we hop over here, we see Woods now put out more fire on Beardstake. Not finding his target, but Minchin might be the one to take on Woods any second now. Let's find out. Tangled just waiting to go active, waiting to go live. Tangled is the one who will be, hey, I'm going to stop beginners on the south side. Meanwhile, over in the far west, Muffin, not really sure. I mean, it's a good spot. There could be a flank that wide outside, but they didn't do it last time. And if teammates go down, Muffin is in serious trouble. Meanwhile, Arno's repositioned now from south apartments. Now knowing he's got the map awareness, he knows beginners aren't really over that way. I need to be in a better spot. Shots coming out. Beardstake managed to get tagged by Woods. Again, what was Beardstake thinking? Expose himself. He is resible though. A smoke grenade could get him back up. Sinkus doing his little fast dashes at corners. With Tangled chilling over here, just waiting for an opportunity to take him down. Oh, but wait. There's more. Peasley popping up. Looking to get a shot on Tangled. Has he made Tangled's position? Possibly has. Tangled did a bit of a reposition there. Peasley possibly made him. Peasley is lasered on that right there. Woods putting out more damage. Double taps Beardstake with Arno trying to get the res. Not happening. Meanwhile. Oh, wrong camera. Meanwhile. Peasley. Coming up. Hold on a second. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Do you hear that tapping noise? I think Sinkus is tapping. Sinkus was standing at the wall, tapping his stuff so much to confuse people. And Minchin goes down. Minchin got aggressive. He lost his patience, lost his cool. He ain't got no chill. He played too hard and paid the price. Meanwhile, Peasley takes down Muffin. Or Peasley takes down Tangled, I believe, was it? Hard to tell which one. And oh, shots given to Arno trades. Gooding and Empty are falling apart right now. And the last remaining defender, way out of position, Muffin, does manage to tag Kenzai, but the objective is wide open, and Beginners take the objective. No time wasted, and that was what I did caution that might happen. That Muffin was so far out of position over here that if his teammates went down, that was it. And again, it's just that epic situation where Beginners slowly creep up, and they wait, and then they strike. And I gotta say, really interesting strategy coming out from Sinkus there, where he stood against the wall within proximity to Muffin, just constantly swapping in and out from the from his weapon to his iPad, just screwing with whoever was in that room so they couldn't hear. And Minchin clearly got very antagonized with this, lost his patience, ran out, gets shot then by whoever was at that van truck there. So again, that was awesome plays. Let's move in to the next round of the game. Or next phase of the game. What's the map going to be? Looks like it's going to be a downfall call. That would be the one coming out from Gooding on Empty. So that'll be really, really interesting. Oh my god, I realized because of the restart I didn't update the team names. Or did I? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a map change, resets it. Let's get set up anyway. Hope you guys are enjoying the cast so far. Hope I'm able to deliver the experience you guys deserve. I truly do. Because I do my best. Yes, but also, I just want to say mega props to Tangled Muffin, or Muffin. I'm not sure which one is which. I wonder if they're, like, married or something. I don't know. Anyway, big props to Muffin. He developed this overlay that you're looking at right now. He created this awesome program which automates a lot of this that I'm still getting to grips with, but when I do, the production value is going to skyrocket. You're going to see. But I got to say, the League community, the casting mods, all the people who help out directly have done such a stellar job creating these logos, graphics, overlays, and really just developing and incrementally, you know, and innovating and collaborating to create a really, really cool, you know, production value for the stream and the casting. And I really just gotta say, guys, VR Radley, Muffin, Nightfire, everybody's helped out. Scorpio for writing the blogs on the main channel, and of course Dak and Man for creating the league to begin with, among others. Have done an epic job. I gotta say props to the guys. They've really done a great job so far, and I, for one, say hats off, and I'm excited for the future. So yeah, anyway, just popping into this one. Let's hop into the map for a moment and take a look-see around. I'm gonna set up my cameras, but you know, also gonna drop my sensitivity down. Because one thing I don't like is default sensitivity. So as soon as you jump into a game, your sensitivity just skyrockets. So I think Gooding on Empty feel good about this map. They're going to find, though, Beginners. They don't mess around. This is one of their maps. They are pretty good in this map. It's a classic map. It's been around since the year dot. You know, it's you're not gonna take a whole lot of points off Beginners on this map, but we'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong, but I would expect a really solid performance out of Beginners on this. I wouldn't be thinking that they're going to drop many, if any, objectives on this one. Likely spawn locations, I would probably say we could be looking at a north spawn over here. That'd be my best bet, my best guess as of right now. The likelihood that it is a sort of northeast spawn, or southeast spawn, not really feeling it. Don't think they'll spawn here. There's a limited subset of places you can spawn, so they can spawn north over there, or they can also, the Marsoc team can also spawn over on the northwest side here. So again, we'll put down some cameras. We'll be ready. Be ready for the moment when things start kicking off a little bit. But for now, yeah, we're just gonna get set up and get ready. Let's hop back to the main lobby. Let's take a look. Then one of the guys are probably just having a quick breather between games. Score so far, guys, because I haven't got the overlay if you don't know, but I just want to say the score so far should be 4-2 to Beginners on Quarantine, and then 4-2, 4-1, 4-1 to Beginners on Bazaar, or was it 4-2? I think it was 4-1, guys. 4-1. Very, very close game. Bazaar was incredibly entertaining. So much happening. So much happening. And again, I'm sorry if I missed some of the action at times. It's just hard to keep track of it all. You know, I got to look at the map. It's like when you play something like League of Legends, you're looking at a mini-map while also trying to micromanage whatever's happening on the screen. This is a micromanage aspect. Doing it by yourself is tricky. It would be ideal to have a second caster, but unfortunately Radar has to have stupid birthdays today, and Sickness is probably not even awake. So yeah, we're limited on options, but you know what? I stepped up today, guys. I said, we need some casting. It's been quiet. It's been a quiet week. We got to step up, get some casting done. Stop making excuses. So I did. And here we are. So yeah. Looks like everybody's still just sort of in the phase of getting ready. Like people, yep, it looks like we got all green lights for gunning on empty. We have 4 green lights for beginners, so we're just waiting on Sinkus right now. Sinkus also an excellent caster, hoping he makes a return to the casting scene at some point in the future. Brilliant caster, very fond of him. Really great, great sense of awareness, map presence, game knowledge. Good camera work too. Camera work I think is so important. And I would like feedback on my camera work, guys. If you have any, do let me know how my camera work's going. Is it smooth? Is it getting the right stuff? You know, I do my best. Sometimes I'm definitely going to miss stuff, but I try to get into the zone at the right times. So, yeah. So, spawn point for Volk will be over here in this valley. Spawn point for Marsoc will probably be up here at the north side or over at the west side. I'm going to leave the overlay up until the map starts, guys, because there's just really no point in me taking it down. At least I can just stroll around right here, create a cool little underlay effect by just, you know, casually zipping across the map. Give you guys something to look at, entertain y'all. Meanwhile, I'm on my second computer, just taking a quick look. 21 viewers. We're not doing too bad, right, guys? Not doing too bad at all. Yeah, so I am looking forward to this last round. We're going to see some long-range shots. It's going to take a lot of camera work to make this one work because you have to, you have to just be able to pop into people's perspective. So I may just use the first-person perspective for this. Oh, it looks like we are going into game, guys. Here we go. Alrighty. So it looks like I was right with my spawn calls. And we've got gunning on empty on defense. Map 3. Final map of the game. With beginners on offense. Beginners immediately looked on offense. It looks like gunning on empty, moving towards the objective. They got sending one guy towards the southeast to cover. Beginners just taking up some positions to hold the line. Just looking to get funky. Nothing too crazy happening. I mean, Downfall is definitely more of a slower paced map. You know, it's going to be a while before you see anything too crazy happen, but we could be about to see a confrontation between Sinkus, Kenzai, and Muffin. Has Muffin made anybody yet? Possibly. Possibly has. Shots coming out. Muffin goes down to a long-range shot from this bad boy all the way over in the distance. It is Dr. Killinger. And that's one thing beginners have started a meta of is oopsies popping up into this hill over here. Let me just show you. So Killinger will loop around all the way up into these hills right here. And it's a clever move because it gives you a line of sight and denies the cover which Muffin was using here with these hills. So if you were positioned here and the attack was coming from the northeast, you would have cover. But you don't have cover from the east. All of a sudden, you are in the wind. And you see that little blue dot over there in the distance? That is the doctor. And he's in session. So let's hop back. Take a look at the defensive positions of the Gunny on Empty team. With Arno hanging around in the shed of Southgard building. Minchin, interesting enough, underground. I've used this position in the past, and I've got to say it's risky because if anything goes wrong, you have to get the hell out of there and reposition, and it's not happening if someone's watching that window. You've got a very limited field of view. It's not something I would recommend myself, but you know what? It works for them. Good on them. Lord Beardsteak occupying Central Hotel. Meanwhile, let's take a look at beginners. Sink is still holding that angle, using the bush for concealment, with Kenzai pressing him towards the wall. We could see a middle push coming out from Kenzai here. And you may notice this round I'm leaving up the attacker overlays because I need to be able to jump to the attackers way more quickly than before. Woods here, hanging around the back of the map, watching for flanks, watching for... Oh, sorry, he's in west red. So again, he's just looking for an angle, looking to see if anybody's making a mistake. Just looking again. This is the intel gathering phase for beginners for the most part. They're just looking to see where are people. Can we kill them? What will we do? So yeah, let's just kill the overlay for a minute and appreciate the beauty and splendor of Downfall, which by the way is going to look absolutely magnificent when the new patch drops. New patch should be due sometime end of this month, I hope. And we're going to see some new lighting engines, weapon overhaul, so you'll be able to, like, you know, interact with your weapons the same way you would in the game like Pavlov. I don't know about the attachment system. That's going to be interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I hope it's freestyle, but I don't know. Only one way to find out. Let's play the game when it comes out. Meanwhile, just moving up here to check out the Peasley and his buddy. They're just hanging out here, watching out this window, looking to see if Addy's gonna make a mistake. And this is where you kind of get into a bit of trouble as Minchin over here. Minchin has a certain angle, a very, very slight angle. He gets suppressed by Peasley up there, and he's not going anywhere. So Minchin has a lot on his plate. Just gonna zoom around. We see Kanzai doing the creepy crawly up. It looks like Beardsteak rotated around into the shed here and got tagged. Unlucky for Beardsteak. I would say Minchin's probably next on the hit list, but you can't possibly know for now. Oh, it's a sandstorm! That's going to change things up dramatically, folks. A sandstorm means reduced visibility for both sides, meaning that the attackers are going to have the ability to push up close to the objective. Defenders now, pressure is on. And Beardsteak gets the res thanks to the sandstorm. Things are looking good for gunning on empty now. They're back to 4 versus 5, but Woods is just going to tag somebody if he gets a chance. No, Tangled able to reposition. The guys are tight. The gunning on empty doing the right thing, tightening up on the objective now. But beginners are surrounding them on all sides. And it looks like they've got Dr. Killinger up in the hill, probably rocking a 12x. And another member over there. I'm up high right now because with elevation you can see more. So Dr. Killinger actually probably has quite a degree of visibility. Not rocking a 12x though, so can't really capitalize on it. They're just putting shots down in that general area. And it looks like, oh, Gunning on empty are losing people left, right, and center. It was a team kill just there. Looks like it was a team kill from Dr. K. Woods creeping up on the objective, coming around, pops, gets tagged by Arno. Wasn't able to get Arno. Oh, team kill from Arno onto Minchin. The sandstorm taking casualties left, right, and center. Sinkus on the objective. Arno doesn't realize Sinkus is gonna cap. 3, 2, 1. There it is. The cap is out. Sinkus takes the objective. Arno misses him. And that is the nature of the beast, ladies and gentlemen. That is a sandstorm. Looks like we will be seeing a quick one in this map. Gunning on empty, not able to hold the defense against those mighty men on beginners. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, these guys are the world champs and nobody else. Because they got game, baby. They got game. So let's move into our transition phase as we figure out where the next objective is going to be. It looks like the next objective is going to be the famed Van Shack. A classic objective. Let's just take a quick look-see. The famed objective, the Van Shack objective, is known for being a challenging one for attackers to take, a decent one to defend. You've got lots of cover around it. You've got the lovely helicopter over here. You can plunk your teammate into. He gets a great line of sight with very little penalty for cover. This little gap right here is all he can be shot through and all he can shoot through. So good for him. There's also the windows, but you know, then there's going to be a guy in upper level market and so on. So good for them. This is going to be cool. And the sandstorm subsides and we are ready to party. Click on the overlay. Kick the tires and light the fires, because here we go. We're gonna see what the boys on Goody and Empty can do to bring this one back. They thought this was their map. Now it's their time to prove it. Offense is where good teams shine on this map. So let's see what happens. Equally though, I will say defense is where good teams shine too, because it's all about communication, map awareness, who have you lost, and rotation. The biggest map in the game, demanding to play. Shots coming out. Communicating a little bit of communicating that intel. Let's take a quick look at the mapsy. Alright. Spread is interesting. We got one in the helicopter, one in the market, like I said. 2 over in the brothel, and 1 on top of the objective. So good defensive spread from beginners. Interesting offensive approach from Goody on Empty. Let's take a look at how they do this. Minchin pushing up to the West Red Car building. Meanwhile, Goody on Empty taking their time, pressing up, giving beginners a chance to just shoot a little bit and give away their position. Minchin not finding any targets. Let's take a look at beginners. And Dr. K really is going to be pivotal on this defense. Chilling out in this building right, in this burning helicopter right here. He's very hard to see because he is black. The helicopter's black. It's black on black action. So you're gonna really struggle to see Dr. Killinger. Is he rock? Let's see what weapon he's rocking right now. Oh, regular hollow. So no scopes, no anything like that. He's happy to just, you know what? Get up in my face. I'm gonna give you a good time. So let's put some cameras down so we can truly appreciate the splendid mastery that is the beginners as they wreck shop. So since they're so localized in their positions, I like what they've done here. They put 2 guys into this brothel here, so it means 1 guy can peek. If he gets tagged, you res him, you reposition. It's all good. But it's also good for me because it means there's only 4 cameras I need to put down to get everybody where I need to get them. Take a quick look at the map. Going on empty have now surrounded beginners. They may be in a position to press their attack really soon. But what I want to know is, how's Arno going to do against this brothel building? How is he going to handle the pressure coming out? And it looks like things have progressed quite a bit. Interesting enough, Muffin is up in this North Hotel building right here. Not really somewhere you want to go on offense because, you know, you've got that really open space that you have to traverse to get down into the town. It's not ideal to be there unless you've got a specific objective for tagging someone. But he's not going to get anything. There's no one to see. Is he even rocking a 12x? I don't think so. He's not rocking a 12x. So there's really not a lot he can gain from being there to actually tag the enemies. And Arno, again, just looking for a window of opportunity through this window. Yes, I did it, and you can't stop me because I'm in control of the cast. Shots coming out. Not clear on who. Let's take a look from Arno's perspective. Wow, this is really ballsy. Minchin is just creepy crawling right up here, and he's hopefully going to try and get in here and make a play on the opposing team's position. But I think he's really going to struggle. Arno just put out lots of shots. Killinger putting out some damage, feeling the pinch. Shots coming out from. Shots coming out towards. Where's he shooting? I can't tell. Oh, towards the bakery over there. But is he going to get flanked by Minchin? Minchin's not quiet. Minchin just rushes right in, trades. Minchin, he could have gotten more out of that if he was stealthy. If he tried to be stealthy, he could have gotten more. I'll be honest. But you know what? Dr. Killinger looking to tag somebody. But you know what? Gunning Empty are being really slow and methodical here, but the time is running out. Gunning on Empty have to start moving. It's 2 minutes on the clock. And there's still a bit of ground to cover. Let's take a quick look-see. Over here with Muffin on the rear, putting a bit of pressure. He could have a line of sight on members of beginners. And I think he does. No, that shot's coming out from Kenzai. And oh, Beardsteak gets tagged trying to come around on the flank here. Woods and Peasley, not too bothered. Taking fire now. Muffin moving up to see if he can get an angle on him. 1 minute 30 on the clock. Clock is ticking down for these guys. Oh, sickness popping out. Muffin spotted or spotting. Can't tell which. Pressure's on. Frag going out, but that's not going to find his target. It was a very, very narrow window to get it in the door to take out Kenzai, and he missed it. That is not going to be good for him. Meanwhile, Tangled around this corner could get tagged by the brothel building. Muffin, meanwhile, putting shots out. Muffin not finding his target. Looking for Kenzai. Kenzai pops out, and Muffin goes straight down. And looks like Tangled trying to put some pressure down. Probably gonna get pinched now by Woods any second. Woods gonna pop out. Kenzai, Peasley looking for him. Pressure is on. Tangled, 44 seconds left on the clock. Last member up, gunning on Empty. Woods making a wild play at the left side while Peasley puts pressure on and they take him down. And that's the game, folks. Well, I'm sorry, that is the round, folks. 3-0 to gunning, 3-0 to beginners versus gunning on Empty. Great round though. Really fantastic stuff. So solid defensive positions coming out. Really interesting defensive plays. Really feel like Minchin had a great opportunity there. If he just crept in slowly, he could have got the drop on Woods. But unfortunately, he opted for the rush. It didn't pay off, and he traded. But you know what? even as offense, a trade is still preferential to just dying. So if you trade on offense, that's one less defender to deal with. If you trade on defense, that's one less defender, and you have a gap in your defensive line. So it's always preferable to trade, in my opinion, on the offensive side. Not so preferable to trade on the defensive side. So looks like we're moving to the next round, folks. It's the same objective again. Will I need to move cameras? Who knows? Let's find out as we move into Downfall round 4 with gunning on empty on defense. Let's take a quick look, see where everyone spawned. So the beginner's got a northern spawn. Let's pop over to say hi. There we go. I only need to see, really, I want to pop around the, like, I've got the defensive positions locked down. Beard Steak moving in the chopper. Minchin underground. Tangled up here. I mean, come on, it's predictable as hell, isn't it? Not that I'm saying anything bad about it, I'm just saying, like, the defensive positions for this are pretty well mapped out at this point. That's where you should be looking, that's what you should be trying to take out, that's the perspective you should be obscuring. Let's hop around the boys with Woods doing the wide flank up north with his buddy. Peasley, probably. Is it Peasley? Can't see anybody. No, Cygnus. Get down with the Syncus, boys. Or he's gonna get down on you. Peasley. Peasley having a snack. Doing some recon. Dr. Killinger. Moving across the map. I mean, again, this is much more of a slow-paced map. The action really happens closer to the timer down. So there's not really much I can say right now, really, to talk about how this could go. I'm going to pop a camera down over here because I suspect that we are going to see some action when beginners try to come around this building here. I think Gunning on Empty might get the point this round. I have a feeling they might. Peasley's eating. It's a sign Peasley is a bit distracted, maybe. I'm just kidding, of course. But Gunning on Empty have really good defense positions. Arno's position is particularly good, I think. So there's a good possibility they may take it. But again, what I would say is beginners know this map inside out. And Gunning on Empty taking the same spots they would. So beginners, if are going to be thinking, well, you know what, they're in those spots. Where am I going to look? Spot I was last time. They're going to check these. And looks like there's Woods rocking a 12x on an EMR. Interesting move. Or is that, what do they call it? The MK14 or something? I think that's an interesting choice. I find that weapon is not great. But, you know, there's a very limited ammo capacity on it and stuff. But you know what? If it works for him, fair play. I think it has a high damage count, which might mean that be the thing that makes it worthwhile to take. Because I think you can one-shot someone a lot easier than with other weapons like the Black Scar, especially the M16, which has a lower damage count. So yeah. But anyway, just going back to the game. Again, we're just in that kind of setup phase for beginners. They've got a 3-2 split, 2 south, 3 north, while one kind of midish. Let's pop into Peasley. He's putting some fire down. Why did I hop out here? Peasley's in there, putting some fire down. Not finding a target, but you know what? Letting Gunning on Empty know the pressure is gonna be on. We pop into Dr. K, getting very close now to Muffin's position. Anything could happen. But in fairness to Gunning on Empty, they're not really exposing themselves a whole lot to sniping opportunities. Peasley is looking for a shot here. Peasley taking shots on the chopper. Runs out of ammo. Beardsteak knowing now he's been made. He is under pressure. Peasley is a stone's throw away, or as I like to say, a smoke's throw away from the helicopter. One smoke grenade can render the helicopter completely useless, so that is one thing to bear in mind. It's a good position until they get close enough to smoke it. Also, once the helicopter gets flanked, you're in trouble. Interesting enough, a lot of fire coming out, draw attention, while Kenzai starts pressing up on the south side. Kenzai putting out some shots. Not finding a target, but definitely putting some fire. And Muffin's, it's gonna really come down to Muffin. If Muffin can hold the line here, I think Gunning on Empty have a good chance of taking the round. If Muffin can't hold the line, then I have my doubts. Killinger now moving up. I will try and keep an eye on all sides, but look at this attack. 3 pressing in simultaneously, south and north. Really interesting to see. Kenzai moving up. I guarantee Kenzai is an experienced player. He's going to check this black room. He's going to see if someone is in there. Muffin is in there. Oh, shots coming out on the brothel. Minchin getting pressed up here by Sinkus and co. Oh, Muffin's not looking. Kenzai slips through the defensive net. Oh, Muffin does catch him. Nice job from Muffin. Now it's just Killinger who now knows he's there. Meanwhile, it looks like... Wow, Killinger does get tagged. He trades with Muffin. And it looks like Woods has taken a rear position here. Put some pressure on the defenders. And yes, it looks like they lost their guy in the brothel. Yes, they did. Good shot from Woods. Good position to get in there, put some pressure on brothel. So Woods from this position over here, can actually put in a lot of damage. So as he comes around the corner, he can scope in, possibly see Minchin. Oh, shots coming out. Woods takes a wound, but does not die. 50 seconds left on the clock. Beginners are under pressure. Down to 2 men. It was a good offensive move, but you know what? The same positions they took are after catching them out. Peasley sneaking around. Is he going to catch Minchin? Is Woods going to catch Beardsteak? Beardsteak, you're playing it so risky, dude. Oh! Beardsteak sees Peasley! But Wood now last player standing with the 12x and gets tagged by Minchin. Well done. Gunning an empty take the round, just as I predicted. All hail Viper. He is the prophet. Great round from the guys. Great round. Again, really good to see a team from a new region, a newer team from a different region going up against a top team in the world and taking a couple of rounds and actually giving them something to think about. It's pretty decent to see. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick on some music while we transition between rounds. We're gonna see Gunning on Empty take on Beginners. Gunning on Empty will be rocking the offense. This could potentially be the final round since the boys on Gunning on Empty have to take the offense to the Beginners on their defensive downfall, and Beginners run a really tight defense on downfall, so this is not going to be easy for them. So let's see how this plays out. I am as always excited. So let's rock on, rock in, rock out as we run into round 2. Round 2? Nah, this is round 5? Yes, round 5. We have 4 points. Round 5. No, it's not round 5. It's round 4 because the Beginner got a 2-pointer. Okie dokie. So let me just get some cameras. Beginners, not This is as a defender, I like defending this one. Like when I'm defending, this is a good one to defend. I don't think there's gonna be too much pressure on. You're gonna see Peasley up on the rocks, putting some shots out immediately onto the guys over on Gunning on Empty, taking immediate pressure, and it looks like someone's taking a wound already. Muffin's in a good spot right now. Muffin is in a good spot right now. He's able to apply a bit of pressure from this dark room. It's hard to see. But you know what? They got to deal with Sinkus up here. Sinkus is not playing around. He's got the line of sight. He's got the skills. But does he have a scope? He does not. But that does not mean he can't do the job. Swap over to the attacking side's perspective. Ooh, shots coming out. Looks like, yes, Beginners did put a guy up in the sniper nest up on the hill. So with one in the nest, I do not fancy the odds unless they get a sandstorm for the guys in Gunning on Empty. Shots coming out again. Looks like Lord Beardsteak has gone down. Let's rotate through our cameras here. Take a look-see. Okay. Shots coming out again. So much happening here. Very hard to keep track of all this. Arno's just crouching around by the back of this building here. Muffin looking to press up. Oh, Arno taking a lot of fire, but he makes it just barely as he meeps his way over towards cover. Meanwhile, Muffin pressing up towards the mid-hotel. Again, Beginner's not really feeling much of a squeeze here. Muffin moving into the middle hotel. If he crests up top, he could be in danger. He does decide he wants to get up there. Someone under pressure. I mean, Beginners aren't really under a lot of pressure here because if you look at the defensive layout, it's pretty tight, but it's got all this approach here really well covered. I mean, and that is the way you gotta come. Unless you're coming in around the back here, you're gonna struggle. But a couple of smokes from Bernie, like, I mean, or a couple of smokes from middle, it could actually turn things around a lot. I mean, when you're up here in Muffin's position, you can actually you can almost smoke the objective from there. And a couple of smokes can really throw off the back line of defenders. Or beginners, defenders. The back line of the defender's position, beginners. Let's see how it plays out. Arno, just hanging around behind a dumpster. Muffin, looking for an angle. We got some creepy crawly action coming out from Minchi over here, but you know what? I don't know if it's a good time to be doing this so far out. But you know, they're under a lot of sniper pressure, so I can understand why. Beginners aren't really, again, just not under too much pressure here. Arno now creeping up, advancing slowly. Muffin, what's his game plan? How will he handle the situation? What's he gonna do? He's checking his iPad. Shots coming out again. Arno under pressure. Minchin still crawling. Tangled. Staying low back at the east red. Muffin just looking for an angle. He just wants a shot. Give him a shot, Killinger. He just wants a shot on you. Equally, Arno now putting some pressure on the upper nest. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. This could be anybody's game, but I would not fancy the odds of going on empty right now. Shots coming out. Minchin's still low, Arno's low, Tangle's low. One thing I'll say for going on empty is they do know how to get low. They get low to the flow and they get right up on the objective, and it is impressive. Killinger not wasting any time. Put damage down. Tangled. Realizing he's just lost a teammate. Muffin makes a wild play right at the door, gets tagged by Kenzai. Unlucky for Muffin. I would say unlucky, but I mean, let's be honest. It was really ballsy play and did not pay off whatsoever. Now, Minchin and Tangled are all that's left, and they're super far away. Oh, Minchin just went down to... Nice. Minchin went down to Kenzai up on the hill. And that just leaves Tangled now. With one player left, 1 minute 30 on the clock, he's trapped in the middle of the map, all by himself. What is he gonna do? Tangled's just sort of looking around, kind of longing into the distance, thinking, oh, I just wish someone else was here to help. Tangled's making a run for it. Could he get spotted? Maybe. It's just down to Tangled now. He is up against it, folks. He's got to get through five of the beginners to get to the objective. Poor guy. This is gonna be a tough one. He's making a run for it. Here he goes. He thinks 50 seconds on the clock. I gotta try. He makes it to the Humvee. Oh, he puts out a smoke. Ooh, if they knew you were there, they would have shot you already. You had the element of surprise. You gave it up. Now you're getting tagged. GG, everybody. Good game. Beginners take the win. 4-1, 4-1, 4-2. That was actually, I gotta say, quite a good game to watch. Really impressive stuff. Both teams played excellently well. Really intense Bazaar matches. Quarantine was pretty good. And Downfall had its moments. Great caps coming out from beginners. Again, just showing you, that is why they are on top of the ladder. That's why they're up there. They are a good team. Cohesive, clever. They know their stuff. Going on empty, showing some real promise right now. I'm looking forward to see how Going on empty can carry on as the season continues. They're a really good team. I think they're going to take away a lot from tonight, and I hope they take a lot from tonight's cast. Hope they can gain something from it. But yeah, so listen, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm going to hop off now and I don't know, finish a video or something. But yeah, I'm gonna hop over to the trailer now for the league. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's cast. By all means, do give me some feedback. I am eager to get your feedback and things. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings, and yeah, good day, everybody. Good day and good night to the Australians, and good game. Gotta say, you really put up a good showing, guys. I think you're up there. All right, good night, everybody. Godspeed.
They're all pushing together, all working in unison. Now we only have one Volk player left on the garage. It's Biggie Smalls. He has to survive. He can't kill for kill right now because there are two Marsop players. He has to survive this. He has 10 seconds remaining. Don't peek, Biggie Smalls. Stay there. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Sled moving out. Biggie Smalls moving back to the garage. 2, 1. Wow. Absolutely incredible stuff.
Interesting play by Kev right here on the on this wall. He almost turned the corner. I don't know if he heard Mad Eyes, but he is now peeking. He's trying to see if he can see anybody on these boxes. Mad Eyes is in the perfect position. I don't think Kev can see him. Mad Eyes is just waiting. Mad Eyes lets Kev walk all the way across. Did he not see him? Centaurian now walking front. Mad Eyes takes out Centaurian. Turn 6. What a play.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Danglers here. SFC Tactical using their momentum. Home kick on top of Stumpy, probably throwing him off. Sickness tossing a smoke. A nice grenade! Stumpy snagging 3, completely shutting down their approach.
Gonna be able to hear that. Killinger going up to the second floor. If they're not careful though, Gag's gonna be able to shoot through the window. Gag's just playing a quiet game right here. Killinger is exposing himself almost slightly and taken out. That's all it takes. If a hand is barely exposed, he's gonna be down and out for a counter, and he gets, oh man, Gag has put in some work.
Look the stairwell. The smoke's coming in. The Global Camp trademark smoke penetration tactic. They're gonna get you lit. They're gonna get you buzzing. And then they're gonna come in hard. Can Phoenix hold them off? To topple the top dog of the US. Thunderpod stacking up with Jizzy Pants on the corner. Now come the hand signals. And no, rejection. He does not want to kiss. But Jizzy making a run for across the southern turnstiles. Smithy sitting on the corner of the L room. Fry's going in. Thunderpants rushing in. And oh, Smithy tags him with the SKS at close range. Meanwhile, Jizzy looking for a kill, tags Officer Statham. Maldo looks for Jizzy, doesn't catch him. Jizzy moving in. And oh, straight around the corner, Jizzy not finding his target. Maldo immediately falling back. And Maldo looking for Otto. Jizzy takes him out though. Smithy Pants looking at Jizzy Pants. And Smithy does take Jizzy Pants. Otto meanwhile looking for a free frag on Jizzy. Not finding one-on-one.